It's time for week 2 of our weekly podcast show with Keith Pantling. Good morning, Keith. How are we doing?
We're doing awesome, Rob. It's December. We're moving quickly. So another week, busy week.
Yeah, a busy week, and everyone trying to get finals in, get shopping done, get everything squeezed in before Christmas break. And let's go through a busy schedule with the Lebanon Warriors and go through and just get everybody up to speed with what happened last week, what's coming up this week. Looks like we'll start with boys basketball. How's that sound?
Awesome.
Yeah, it sounds good. Let's see, 2 wins. 2 ECC wins, to be specific, on the road against West Claremont and at home against Walnut. Nice start for the boys basketball.
Yeah, and pretty comfortable wins, to say the least. They looked really good. Just some tweaks that were made over the offseason. You get kids coming off the football field, kind of transition into basketball. Assumed it would take a little while to kind of get in the groove of things, and I think they're getting better each time out. Started off the year dropping that one to Kings. We'll get another shot at them in January, and then also through Elder on the schedule, which is was a kind of a dogfight there that we dropped. Put LaSalle on the schedule this year. They'll have them Tuesday night at home. Another one just to kind of just jump in the water and see how things go and get ready for the long haul. We're in Division I big boy basketball, so that's set up for to help us down the road and see if we can't come out of there with a win. And then, as you mentioned, Friday and Saturday, 2 games. So busy December. Then kind of in January, we kind of get in a consistent routine of that Tuesday, Friday, a few less Saturday games. So yeah, it's an exciting time. What I love about the team this year is just that consistency. We're not relying necessarily on one person. I think we're, all 5 guys on the court are contributing each night out. It's somebody different that's kind of doing their thing and helping us in a big way. So a lot of high expectations for this year's team. Yeah,
it's exciting. So this week, to let the fans know, hosting LaSalle on Tuesday, Tuesday hosting Milford on Friday, and then traveling to Miamisburg on Saturday. So a busy week for December.
Yep, and Friday's our pink out game. So we're hoping for a big crowd. It's for a great cause. A lot of parents, coaches, and student athletes are involved in that initiative, and it should be a really special one.
Yeah, that's great. Let's switch over to girls basketball. Boy, they've already got 6 games and 4-2 with a good week last week with, let's see, Thursday with a win at home against Walnut, and then on the road, a nice win against Edgewood on the road, 69-42 this week, traveling to Ursuline, hosting Milford, and that's it for the week for girls basketball. But they're by the end of the week, they're going to have 8 games under their belts.
Yeah, similar to the boys' side, they have a ton of contributors each night out, whether it's, someone, Braylon Maddox, having over 10 rebounds, or Jordan Muller with over 5 assists, or whatever it might be. They are all contributing in a way that, it's really good to see that they opponents can't necessarily focus on one player, right? And we've seen that in the past in multiple sports. It just takes that group, the depth to go out there and compete. And yeah, so it's been a joy to watch. Ellie Horst knocking down shots, man, you name it. So it's been a fun group to watch, getting better each time out. Really wanted that West Claremont game. They haven't lost in a long time in the regular season, but I think we get another crack at them as well on our home court. So yeah, looking forward to a great season. We're knock on wood. I mean, it looks like we're going to be up near the top and have a chance at that thing. There's some really good teams up there, but we'll just keep grinding our way through the schedule. You know how basketball is.
Yep.
You're only as good as your next time out, and we'll get ready. Milford's going to be a tough challenge for sure on Thursday.
So Thursday, January 18th is when the Wolves come back to Lebanon. So
yep.
I'm sure someone's going to have that circled on their calendar, but just saying.
Yep.
So, let's go to the lanes and the always tough Lebanon bowling teams. The boys are, what did I see? Did I see 4-0? Yep, 4-0 and
4-0, and then they got a couple of ECC matches this week. I know today, which is Monday, they have Little Miami, and then I believe Anderson on Tuesday. So Yeah, they're chipping away. We only do one round robin in the ECC, and they're already a couple wins under their belt. So looking good for boys and girls bowling to continue to be towards the top of the conference.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's always fun. Let's dive into the pool, and as they start tapering and getting ready for the first of the year, let's talk boys and girls swimming.
Yeah, they have the Holiday Classic, which is we consider it kind of a home meet at our Lebanon YMCA this coming weekend. I got to see them in action this past weekend. It was kind of a quad meet. There's actually 5 teams there at Mason, and just some very cool things going on. As you mentioned, you just kind of see who's doing which events, kind of where they're at. They start PRing quite a bit, and coach is very happy with their performance. So they'll head to the the Holiday Classic this weekend, and then on the other side of the holiday, they start getting into the High School Classic, the ECC, and all of a sudden you're similar to our cross country in the fall. All of a sudden it's postseason time. So yeah, just kind of competing on weekends right now, and so it's exciting.
Yeah, that's great. Best of luck to them this week with the Holiday Classic. Let's go to the mat, talk boys and girls wrestling. Let's see here. Things
They
are
had a
getting
great
underway.
weekend.
Things are getting underway.
Yeah, it's funny. Just with so many kids in the program, like we talked about, they go in so many different directions. So on Saturday, we're kind of just trying to keep a pulse on what's going on. And we had 5 girls up at the Elite Ironman tournament in Cleveland. Our varsity was down at in Kentucky at the Ryle. Our JV boys were over in Sycamore, and then the rest of our girls were over at Western Brown. Our coaches are all over the map. So man, they're grinding it out. They're working hard every evening, and then like I said, they're all over the place on the weekend. So this week we have our first home duel on Wednesday for the boys varsity. They'll have Little Miami coming to our place, and it's youth and alumni night, which our wrestling program does a great job. It'll be packed. If you've never been to one of our wrestling duels, I would encourage you to come by on Wednesday. DJ Chamberlain's usually there, and we've got the place rocking, and it's a ton of fun. And then going into this weekend on the boys' sides, the Harrison Duels, which is always circled on the calendar. It's a really great event out that way. So I'm not exactly sure, like I said, with so many teams, where everybody's going this coming weekend, but they'll be wrestling and doing great things.
Isn't it great that that your numbers for wrestling are up? Because I'm not going to say that that's standard around the Midwest, but it just shows what the coaches, the experience that your student athletes are having in the wrestling, boys and girls, that your program is growing like it is.
Yeah, and we talked about this a little bit last week in talking to Coach Hensley. There's kinds of ebbs and flows in the popularity. I think the addition of the girls program has injected some, a little bit of life to the program in terms of obviously girls coming in. But then when there's just that popularity, right, wrong, or indifferent, when it becomes co-ed, that may encourage boys to then get back, involved in something. So yeah, we're seeing tremendous numbers. But as I mentioned, if that especially in today's world, if you're not having a great experience when you're not, the big man on campus, so to speak, it's very easy to quit, walk away, try something else. You have to have, things set in place where there's an enjoyable experience for someone who's the little man on the totem pole, especially in a sport like wrestling. And so, just the attitude, the culture, the way things are, that guy or girl 1 or 65 are having an enjoyable experience in that room is very, very crucial. So our situation in particular is probably different than everybody else's, but yes, we're very blessed to have the numbers that we do, and hopefully it continues for the sport.
One of the foundation things there has to be a youth night. The kids can come out, be a part of that, be in a packed gym, even though it's a duel, and just feel really great about being associated with something that draws so many people to the gym. Alumni come back. It's just, little things like that make for a program.
Absolutely. And they share our wrestling room, and our kids are invested in that youth program. They come in and practice afterwards. So yeah, all that matters, and it's built over time for sure.
Yeah, it's great. Well, let's wrap this week's show up with competition cheer. I know we talked before we went live that you were in person late last night, watching your competitive cheer team. Let's talk about how they're doing.
Well, they're doing awesome. They worked their tails off. Coach Christy Smith and Bethany Lamb and Jenny Ernsthausen, they have them working extremely hard. I admit to them, I'm a kind of a novice when it comes to cheerleading beyond the sideline stuff. So I've been learning more and more, but the amount of work that they put in and training that it takes is really, really impressive. And then for them to go out, and I'm starting to understand the little intricacies of what makes them better than another program or another program better than us. But they work extremely hard to catch those in front of them. And they went out yesterday, their game day routine, which includes, various elements that really do take skill, and finished 4th overall at Wittenberg in the state. Some, really tough Division I programs from all over that do this high level competing. So really cool to see their hard work paid off. The emotion on the girls' faces, and then the support that they're receiving from some of their classmates and the community is really cool to see. So yeah, just excited for them, and then they'll move their way towards some other competitions, and then head to Orlando for the UCA Nationals in February. So they kind of have gone every other year, and excited to see where they end up.
Boy, that's really exciting stuff. Well, best of luck this week to all the Lebanon Warriors student athletes, coaching staffs, athletic department. That you guys have a great week, and we will touch base this time next week and kind of wrap up our December shows and get everybody up to speed with Lebanon Warriors.
You got it. Go Warriors. Thanks, Rob.